Well, just 5 months out from the election, a gaffe-filled speech has intensified criticism that President Joe Biden is not fit for another 4 years in office. Have a look.
And when I was vice president, things were kind of bad during the pandemic. And what happened was, Barack said to me, go to Detroit and help fix it. Well, poor mayor, he spent more time with me than he ever thought he was going to have to.
Well, the White House reportedly issued 9 corrections following that speech for the Black civil rights group. It was filled with mispronunciations and factual errors. Joining me now, Sky News contributor Kosha Gada. Kosha, thank you very much for your time. Look, what were some of the errors here?
It kind of ran the gamut. Some of them were, you could be charitable and say he just misspoke, and they were relatively minor. Some, as you say, were quite factual. Like, for example, he said the average American household can expect to save $800,000 a year, when the fact was $800 a year from some amendments they made to the government-run healthcare, Obamacare system. So that one was kind of funny. And then some just unfortunate use of words, such as instead of insurrectionist for the January 6th issue, he used something else like erectionist or something that was sad and funny. But I think, all it does is this advances the opinion that everybody has that he's not fit cognitively right now. And it just also advances speculation of, are they going to pull a switcheroo or are they going to go with him?
Yeah, it's amazing they're leaving it so late, but again, it could still happen. Trump, though, also received a frosty reception at a major gathering of libertarians in Washington, D.C. Here he is.
Now I think you should nominate me or at least vote for me, and we should win together.
So you can hear the booing there. He left after just 34 minutes. This is unusual for Trump. Was it the area, the venue? What happened?
I think it was the party, the Libertarian Convention that he spoke to. It was definitely a mixed reception. There was some cheering, a lot of booing and heckling, as you mentioned. But I think what's important to remember is who the intended recipients are and were for him in this. It's not the diehard libertarians. He would not be appealing to them. For example, just his spending record, among other issues. Those are people who are really purists about limited, extremely constricted government in all aspects of life. He wouldn't be their guy. But who he is appealing to, not just those attending in person, but the tens of millions of people who view speeches that he gives anytime, anywhere, is the independent-minded voters who are dissatisfied with both sides and are maybe considering an independent vote to an RFK or Jill Stein or somebody like that. That's who he's courting. And one other observation I'd make, too, is he is playing on offense right now, where he's going into the lion's den of crowds that would not historically be favorable to him, like these guys, or he went into the South Bronx, which is a Democrat stronghold. No Republican candidate has been there for 40 years. So he's doing that, whereas you see the other side seems to be on defense, where they're also speaking to the black vote in Detroit and other places, which is something that typically they wouldn't want to be spending their time doing because it should be a lock.